Hello, Nomad Sculpt, and this video is about how to open the mouth of a character. So this is my workflow. There are other ways, and I show you this way here. So you see here the start character here. I show you the wireframe. So it's a closed mesh. So and this one here, there's a layer, and here you can open the mouth and close it. So okay, let's start. So I delete this one, and the other one I move to the origin. So I reset it, so like this here. So we need here for this character such a oral cavity. I hope this is the correct name for it. So we add a sphere, and the main character here, I change the material to additive, and here I can where is it here, the wireframe, I can turn the wireframe off for the character. So and the sphere, I place it somewhere here and I stretch it a little bit. And I bring it in position. So I change the view. Look at the top view. So I validate this object now, and I use the move tool, and I turn on the symmetry here. And here in the symmetry settings, I use the local symmetry. So I adjust the radius a little bit. So you see here, when you look closer here, that the original dragon head is not symmetrical. So I select the dragon head and I mirror it. So here in version 1.85 it's a little bit different, but it works the same in version 1.84. So I split and mirror. So now the character is symmetrical. So I select now the sphere again, and the move tool is still active, so I check the views here a little bit. Here you see the mesh look through the other mesh. Maybe a little bit in this direction. So maybe it could work. So I use now the solo view, and I think I voxel remesh it. So we need more topology like this here. I think it's okay. Now I select the mask tool. I adjust the radius a little bit. Where's my radius? Here. So here you see the line of the mouth. So, and this line I mask here. So we can make it a little bit thinner. So here in solo view you see here the line, and I use now unmask, the unmask option here to make it a little bit finer. I think this was a little bit too much. Okay. I think it could work. So now we have to invert the mask, so that, yeah, that's inverted. And the inflate tool, so I reset it here. So we can adjust the inflate tool. So we need lock radius, a flat fall off, and no pressure settings. So when you use now the brush here on the mesh, then this happens. So you see, it it brings unmasked parts in normal direction out of the mesh. So when you see it here, our dragon looks like this now. So yeah, here in solo view it looks like this. So I clear the mask now. Here's a clear option, and now I voxel remesh the whole thing here. And I use the smooth tool with a higher intensity to smooth it here out. So it looks like this. Okay, so now the new things here, like face group and such things here, I use it now. So you see here the face group when you use this tool here. And for the next steps, this is nice to have. So I add here a new patch, and I use the dot option here, and I paint here a new face group to separate the mesh here. So here in the settings, we can change the filter settings here, connected topology and front-facing vertex only. So when we brush here, so the top side is not affected. So and here's a option for auto pick. So Maybe we use it like this here. So let's see the complete dragon thing here. So I change back to the dragon here, I make it opaque, and the dragon here I give also a new face group here. So I use the lasso option, and so okay. And for the jaw here, I use now a new patch. So sorry, patch, auto pick off. So I mask here the jaw, or I face group the jaw. So I turn on auto picking. So I check now my face group. So I clean everything a little bit up. So we have now a nice face group on this mesh. I leave now the solo view. And now we can use a Boolean operation. So I select the oral cavity. I make it invisible here. Select both meshes and use a Boolean operation or a voxel remesh. So I use now voxel remesh. So here you see the result. And here this is not nice here. I check it here again. So I use the solo view, this is correct, and this one here. So I think I use the move tool. And here you can also activate the face group view. So I bring it here in a better position like this here. So I check everything. Now I'm happy, I think. So now again, make it invisible, select both, Boolean, and try voxel remesh. So let's have a look inside the mouth. Okay, it looks nice, I think. So now it's possible, when you activate the mask, here's a face group option. So when you tap now on your face group, the mask is on this face group, and here inside the mouth. So, and I add now a layer, and I can now invert the mask. So invert, and I blur it a little bit. Oops, sorry, I have to undo. So now we can use the gizmo option or the gizmo tool. I don't need the snapping, and I place the pivot to the anchor point of the jaw, maybe like this here. So now I can now open the mouth like this. Okay. So with the smooth tool, I use a very high intensity here, so 10,000. So I smooth now the mesh here back out. So I turn the mask on and clear it. So again, smoothing. So I think I forgot here something here. I go a few steps back here to this position, and I use the smoothing here without the face group active. So that the smooth tool doesn't respect the face group borders. So you see a little bit of a difference here. So now I clear the mask, and again the face group is active and smoothing. So let's check the layer. Yeah, the mouth works. So here I made a mistake, I think. So let's see, additive, and I turn the wireframe back on. So here we had a mask problem, I think. So smoothing is active, so I smooth it here out. So I check the layer. So a little bit less intensity, so we can see everything a little bit better. Now I think the mouth works. So we can do a few things here now when we activate the face group again and the masking with face group. So I tap on this and also the inside. So this here is our start point. So I use now the base layer . So it's correct. I invert the mask. So I'm on the base layer, okay. So I change them, I invert the mask. So I have nothing to do with the inverted mask. So no, it's okay. So I can clear it. So I'm happy. So maybe only a little bit smoothing here. Maybe I need a new layer. Voxel remesher. So on the base layer, maybe a little bit relaxing. Yeah, this wasn't good. No, I have to go back. So this is okay. Okay, so I think our dragon has now a nice mouth and it works. That's it. Have fun with sculpting. Ciao.